Still to come this morning, Dave Hatter, our internet expert, is going to be here with some places on the internet where your kids can find help with their homework as they head back to school.
Yeah, also, welcome back, everyone. The lion's shares of kids are now back in school, and there's a lot of help that they can get on the internet. Joining this morning is internet expert Dave Hatter, who's been coming on the show for about 10 years too, huh?
It's hard to believe. Happy anniversary, Rob.
Time flies when you're getting old, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know the feeling all too well, unfortunately.
Let's talk about the websites that they can find on the internet to help them out.
Yeah, there's a ton of resources out there. I mean, you got to be careful. We talked about that a little bit off camera. We can get to that in a second. But, you know, there's many well-known resources like Webster's Dictionary, the Smithsonian Institute. I always find this site, which I have up here now, very interesting because it's just chock full of all kinds of information.
Sure.
Not only is it good for doing research, but it's good to generate ideas. Right. I know my kids, I need to do a project on something. Well, this is a great place to go just to look for ideas of things to do.
And a lot of us can't go to Washington, D.C., so you can come to this website. It's kind of like going to Washington, D.C., isn't it?
There's a lot of great museum websites like that out there, but obviously this one is sort of the pinnacle of that kind of thing. So if you're just looking for ideas, it's a great place to go.
You know the Webster Dictionary? The other great thing about that dictionary is I use it myself. They have a lot of times a pronouncer on there that you can actually hear.
It's very handy for that. They obviously have a thesaurus as well. They have a word of the day thing I like. You can sign up for it. It'll send you a word every day.
Oh,
so you
cool.
learn a new word. Yeah, okay. and the thing that does it phonetically is very helpul.
It really is.
No doubt about it.
Especially in this business.
I was going to say, in your job, I could see where that would come in real handy.
What else can we look for on the internet that'll help the kids out?
Well, Wikipedia. You and I talked about this a little bit, you know.
I used Wikipedia once, and it was filled with something that was not true. You have to be wary of that, correct?
You do, and really, outside of any legitimate sources like World Book Encyclopedia or things that have been around for a long time, you have to be careful. I mean, again, this can generate a lot of ideas, and in many cases, the articles are sourced, so you can trace the material down. But I would never use Wikipedia as a primary source. It's just a good place to go, again, to get ideas and to see what's out there.
Okay. You put Google on here. Why?
Well, because obviously, in many cases, it's the place to start. If you can't find, if you're not aware of a resource already, you can just go to Google. And one of the things I wanted to just touch on briefly here is search help. You know, I went in and did a search on homework help. Okay? And if you do that, just those two words, it's going to use those two words to try and find information. It comes up with, and unfortunately, I'm not in the right place. It came up with about 12 million results. What I wanted to point out is when you're just searching in Google, you can, if you type in the words, it'll look for all those words. If you put those words in quotes, it'll only look for those two words together. It creates a phrase out of it, and that will not only refine the results, like it'll take you down from about 12 million on homework help to about 9 million.
Okay.
Still a ridiculous amount, but it'll help you refine your search. So if you're looking for a specific topic, you can really start to drill down on it and get closer to what you need, as opposed to just get a page with hundreds of thousands of meaningless results.
I'll tell you what, when I go on, log on in the morning, I go straight to MSN. It gives me Bing. What is Bing? I've been avoiding it and just typing in Google.
Bing is Microsoft's answer to Google. Okay. You know, they had MSN search for a while. They've sort of repackaged it and rebranded it. It actually works pretty good. I like it. I've been playing with it. It's like going to Yahoo. You know, if you can't find what you want on Google, sometimes you can go to Yahoo or Bing and find it. It's just another resource you can turn to. Works much like Google. I encourage people to check it out. It works well.
Can you imagine, we're talking about our age again, can you imagine if we had all this help?
No,
when we were growing up?
I can actually. I mean, it sure makes life a lot easier.
It sure does. You know what? If you want to get a hold of Dave, you can get him at Libertas Technologies. The number 859-261-9700. And all the websites he mentioned will be linked on our website, fox19.com. Dave, we'll see you next time.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We have much more.